Good evening guys and welcome back to the channel. Today you join me in lovely ETS2 again. And I think I'm going to drive my lovely Renault T today. Just because I can't be bothered changing trucks and I want to drive it. So, good evening to Azareth and Ben and Homer. And you welcome me from Dover, and in classic British style it is raining. However, what I am going to do before I do anything, I think I'm going to spec my truck and trailer into Global's actual liveries before I do anything else. Now I'm already here. I forgot to open Truckee. Oops, better do that in a minute. I'll repair everything while I'm at it. Let's spec everything. All the commands are getting spammed. I'm sure I've got the global livery for this. Have I? Have I not? I should have. Here we go. That does not look good on the Renault T at all. That does though, so we'll have that. Okay, so that's spec'd through the trailer. I ain't got the trailer job. I thought he had a trailer. Obviously I haven't. Yeah, I'll leave it like this. Hello Andy, welcome back to the channel. How was the garden work? Okay. I'll have some more to do tomorrow. And then I'm also going to have some a job to do in our bathroom tomorrow. Which is very interesting. Right, before I do anything else, I'm going to open the Truckee overlay. Right. Since I forgot to open it. I also didn't open the GC tracker either. Evening Andy, welcome to the stream. I'm cringing at SimSteve side skirts. Why? There we go. Right. Hopefully Truckee should come up shortly. Right, let's find a job. Plan was to stay in the UK today, so let's see if we can do that. Not many jobs in the UK at all. We'll go to Norwich first. Some tractors. Hang on a minute. The game just jumped then. What the hell? Jumped from like one job to another. You know. What the heck? Oh, I know why. Truckee's come up. Damn you, Truckee. Get out of the way. I think that stuff. There we go. There we go. Right. Yeah, you might be right that it's only one, but hey ho. Still a tractor. How was the snooker last night? You didn't blind anybody, did you? Blinded by the light, lol. I played pool, not snooker. And I think I won about 8 or 9 frames in a row. 3 frames I won by a spotted black out of turn. Or a potted black out of turn, should I say. Uh-oh. I assume that's ProMods deciding to cache the layer. since I took it out, and I've not reinstated it since the 1.50 stream. Half your things are working good for you, side like jobs and stuff. Yeah, I'm having to spend some time in the bathroom tomorrow because we seem to have got sprung a leak in. Looks like a slight minor leak when in the shower. So looks like the sealant's starting to come away from underneath the tiling. Now, stop too short. Right, let's see what trailer we can have. We'll have a red one. No, of course. I think I'll just take that. Take that random job and then I'll pick up my trailer again at some other point. Fancy just doing a freight job, but took my trailer with me. I don't tend to do jobs like this in a Renault, so this will be interesting. Yeah, there's just a few reasons why he got banned. One is because of his behaviour, and two, for his own safety, more than anything. Stephen, do you have physmosis? I don't think so, Ben. No, I don't even know what that is. It sounds like something medical related. Added Forza to the wish list. Think I'll buy it tomorrow. Sounds good, Azareth. By the way, I enjoyed Monday's stream. Cracking game, that. I think it'd be in the schedule every week, and for the foreseeable anyway, until I got to a point where there's nothing else to do on it. Did I really just see what I thought I just saw? I did. ProMods, you've forgotten to put a name of a location on here, wherever I am. His own safety? Well, yeah, from Terence, basically. Oh, I see. Of course, yes. I now know what you mean. No, Ben, I don't have that problem. Going to eat some fish. Be right back, Steve. Don't mind me. Go for food. Enjoy. Anyway, I think it's probably about time that we moved on from the Terence saga, to be honest. What in the universal credit was that? I didn't hear anything. Well, he got his comeuppance ace because Homer reported him and he got banned, so... Actually quite fun driving this in a Renault. It's 5 tons, is that all? Someone's behind me. How would you know, Ben? How on earth would you even know that there was somebody behind me? One thing I can say is there's nobody behind me. Ah, yes, we're going to go through London on this job. There is, look. Suddenly turns around and Ethan's there. I'd PMSL. I was going to say FSL then. They seem to be taking their time getting 1.50 out. Yeah, I think they are taking their time, to be honest. I mean, generally speaking, it seems pretty good, but there is some bugs in it. I like your Renault T, Steve. I like the rework of the headlights of the Renault T in 2021. Yeah, it's not a bad truck, to be honest. It's just a shame it doesn't have a better engine in it, in terms of horsepower. Steve, you missed my joke earlier. What bread do grandmas eat? Naan bread. Oh, get out. Are we going to central London? No, we got to come off just before. Right, okay. I was going to say, surely it wouldn't take us through central London. I missed. I should have gone that way. I'm an idiot. And I'm also an idiot for hitting that barrier. Oh no. Oh well, I guess I'm going to go the long way around the orbital then. Be right back, sticking a pizza in the oven. Double pepperoni. And it was like the Volvo twin version with 520 horsepower. Rex Steve, lol. I thought I was going that way, and then I realised as soon as I took the turn, I thought, nope, I've gone the wrong way here. Oh well. Looks like I will be going through central London then. Not a problem. Nice bold driving, Steve. Oh no. Might be taking me to the next junction, telling me to come back on myself. Oh, let's have a look at the map. Yeah, it is. It's telling me to go to Croydon. I'm tempted just to drive through London for the sake of it. Go that way. Yeah, do that. Your driving is scary, not gonna lie. I ain't woken up yet. Not woken up. It's 9 PM, not 9 AM. I mean, I haven't woken up to driving yet. That'll probably be the first and last time I'll have a crash. Ah, I see Nightbot's working his magic again. Steve, you should sell merch. I mean, I have thought about doing that. Thought about setting up a Patreon account. And then everyone decided to knock it. Well, or a few people I know knocked it anyway. So, sort of put that idea on hold again now. Pending review. That game on Monday. So many options of what you can do. I didn't realise it was that varied. Well, yeah. I quite like Forza Motorsport as well, but it's nowhere near as good as Horizon in terms of like the environment that you get to work with. Obviously, Motorsport's just primarily designed around racing on tracks. So, why is your tachograph on a brake? I don't think it is, Ben. Cheers, Ben. Thanks for telling me that he wouldn't buy anything. SimSteve is rich enough. You absolute idiot. Oh. AI, you absolute clown. Back, Man United 1, Sheffield United 1, and it was Maguire to score. What is happening with Manchester United these days? They've gone downhill, Azareth. They're just not capable of scoring. Just useless. It's like they almost got beat the other day against Coventry. And only won on a penalty shootout. Like, they went 3-0 up. I could have lost 4-3 if that guy wasn't offside by the skin of a... I don't know. By that much. Literally, his toe was offside. That was the difference between United losing and winning on penalties. It's just ridiculous. I mean, they deserve to lose. How did you hit the AI car? I didn't. I missed him. Neither do I, Azareth, but new management's in United now, so I don't expect him to last. I think he'll be gone at the end of the season. Good riddance is all I'm going to say. Ah, McDonald's. Liverpool having a mare right now. Why are they losing against Everton? I don't know. Gonna throw away the Premier League. And hello, Connor, as well. Hate this roundabout because I never know what lane to be in. So I tend to always take the outside and then move in. Yeah, oh dear. Has anyone had the limited chicken Big Mac yet? No, I haven't, Homer. Don't have any intentions to. Well, if United play like they did on Sunday in the cup final, I think that City deserved the cup. Well, this is it. I mean, if Coventry won that game, I would have been tempted to put a bet on them to win it. Because, I mean, they had nothing to lose. And no shame to lose to Man City. So they wouldn't have a lot of pressure on them at all. But sadly it didn't happen. So, and Sheffield United have just scored against Man United. Why am I not surprised? Just useless. Absolutely useless. Oops. Liverpool were bottom of the league. I can just see it. Yeah, they're going. I think Arsenal might bottle it as well. I think Man City might come from behind and take it off them. They've been playing like this for a while though, so I don't know what the solution is. Well, a lot of people seem to think it's not just the manager, and it's the players as well, but I honestly don't know. I mean, they have got some world-class players, United, but they also have a lot of has-beens as well, and people who just don't want to play for the club. So I don't know. Whether the new manager will shake things up, difficult to say. Man City will win the league. It's a Farmers' League now. Well, Man City have got 2 games in hand and only 4 points from Arsenal. They could definitely do it. Well, yeah, as long as they don't bottle either of those 2 games, I think it's pretty much theirs to take. But stranger things have happened. Nobody wants to win the championship, so you never know. Yeah, but they said that with Ten Hag. Yeah. Another reason I refuse to buy SimSteve's Merc is because I simply don't trust him with my house address, is he would touch me up when I'm sleeping. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, that's just creepy, Ben. I'm not going to lie. I reckon Ten Hag would sort out United, but hasn't. Just had ice cream and strawberries. City have got Brighton, Forest and Wolves in their next 3 games, so yeah, you can't see them losing any of them. but you never know. Stranger things have happened before. Now, only joking, just don't trust you with my house address. I find that strange, to be honest. Why wouldn't you trust me with your home address? What do you think I'm going to do? Start sending you spam mail? Exactly, aside from football, I'm going to Bangor tomorrow. Ah. Going for anything in particular, Connor? Oh, for goodness sake. Roadworks. You would most likely make an unplanned visit. Why would I do that? Why would I make an unplanned visit to you? One, I don't have the time. Two, I'm not that sad. And three, I don't know. I'll think of a third. So if Ten Hag does go, which looks like he's doing, any idea who'll be the next manager? I honestly have no clue. Don't have a clue who it'll be. Yeah, you'll send me fan mail because I'm so amazing. I don't think so. Oh dear. I'm simply the best, better than all the rest. I don't think so. You're not Tina Turner either. 2667 2912 to 15. Need to record them. Making an endangered series. I don't think they're endangered, Connor. Not judging by what I read the other day. One of the 58 plate Pulsars at Chester's going for P&P. I don't think they're going anytime soon. And as for the cadets, I don't think they are either. Third, Ben is your comedian. I don't think so. I would say he's not a comedian at all. God, I'm ripping into Ben tonight. Probably deserves it though, to be honest. I'm pre-recording now, ready for it to happen because the divorce is due at some point. Yeah. I mean, if Bootle do lose the Evoras, they most likely will end up going to Bangor. But I wouldn't rule them out going elsewhere. It's not a dead certainty that Bootle are going to lose them. Am I invited to your birthday party? No, Ben. The trick to be funny like Ben is anything that comes to mind, say without thinking about it. Ah, shoot. Didn't realise I was going left here. No, it's tucked back in. A bit dangerous, but it's fine. Why would Bootle lose the Evoras? Well, it's only a rumour that I'd been told about. Apparently they seem to think that, well, they're a bit too small for the routes that they use them on. So I think that seems to be what the genuine reason is. On about a new batch, heard most of Merseyside are getting involved, with Birkenhead being one of them. Well, yes, there is rumours that Merseyside are going to be getting some more. So, if that is the case, the rumour about Bootle losing them might not happen. So Evoras do seem to be the single-decker choice for the Reaver and Stagecoach now, so... Apart from MMCs for Stagecoach as well, but that seems to be looking less likely as time goes on. Seems to be Evoras that they are shifting towards too now. Why am I not invited? I can be the comedian. I don't know, Ben. I ain't thought of an answer yet. I would prepare a speech and everything with some pretty horrific lines to read out to your parents. And you would probably get slapped, chances are. Honestly, if someone ever asked me to be the best man at a wedding, I'm going to write the most funny speech in the world. I've seen some AI toilet trucks go in the other direction. I've not paid attention to the Ivecos or any vehicle going down the other way. Plenty about these days. We've got Evoras in Manchester now. Aye, indeed. Do love a good Evora. Yes, I'm recording the Mark ones prior to if it's confirmed the Evoras will be bought. Not most of them anyway for video. Yeah. I do think when Wythenshawe goes in January, then I think there's a good chance that them Pulsar 2s will probably move over to Wales. But other than that, I can't see Wales getting anything new for the moment. Unless they get more cascaded Pulsar 2s from Merseyside. I don't see or foresee Arriva buying buses in Wales, with franchising on the horizon. So, but I said the same in Merseyside, and apparently they're getting buses, so don't really know what to believe. I hate this road. Freaking crash bar in the middle. Such a pain. What are you doing? Steve, what is your home address? I want to send you fan mail. I don't think so, Ben. If you want to send me fan mail, send it via email. Most of Wythenshawe's fleet now isn't their own. No. I don't think they've got hardly anything now that was new to them. Oof, this is going to be tight. No, it's not going to be so bad. Actually. Wales will probably get the 59 templates cascaded from Merseyside. Probably. They might get some newer ones, depending on how many they get. I mean, there is a rumour that Arriva Speaker throwing in the 3 and 3A. And that could be going to Stagecoach, so there's going to be some streetlights that are going begging. Whether they'll go back to Southport, who knows? Ah, Google's back. Welcome back. Going to make some SimSteve mugshot photos at the moment. I'm going to post them through your letterbox. And make sure you include an AI pic of SimSteve working the dock. Oh dear. And I fan mail pics to you to your neighbours. No, Ben. They've got a few vehicles and what I noticed on Saturday, but yeah, most isn't, with some Pulsars and Bolton, some from Southport, maybe some from elsewhere. Another route for our friendly Stagecoach driver, lol. It's only a rumour. It's not been confirmed yet. no doubt if it is a troop, it will be coming more apparent in the next few months, I suppose. I wonder if Withenshaws and Mellors would move to Bangor for runs like the Bethesda and Bumaris runs, replacing 58 solos. I mean, it's possible. But I don't know. What is your mum's name? Mrs. Woodless? No, Ben. Well, let's take the turn off for Norwich. They'll need something small for the 58s and 67s when the solos get withdrawn, and the SRs aren't suitable for runs like the 67 because they're used to ground on hills. Yeah, they'll probably end up with something like they might end up with the Mellors, or what might end up happening, you might get something like Enviro 100s or something like that. I mean, what you've got to remember, Connor, is with franchising around the corner, I don't expect Arriva in Wales are going to be buying anything, and I don't expect many of the major operators to buy anything either. I know obviously Lloyd's have got some Evoras, Callalloy have just got some Evoras and Fencers, but they are probably taking a bit of a gamble because they think they're probably going to win something. The bigger operators aren't going to do that because personally I don't see why Arriva are going to stick around in Wales. I don't think they will. I expect Stagecoach and First will probably take a piece of the pie and will probably remain. Stagecoach especially. First, maybe, because of South Wales. But I do expect the Stagecoach are going to want North Wales in some shape or form. Because it would be a massive area for them to gain. Depending on how it's split up, of course. Which is yet to be seen and confirmed. Seems to be that it is going to be split up by council area, so based off what I've read. So how it's going to be done apart from that remains to be seen, and I can't reverse this thing for my life. I mean, it's possible. I wouldn't rule it out. You could see go ahead in Wales. I mean, they do like franchising. Metroline, I mean, you can't rule them out either. Although I can't see them going for anything in Wales. But Diamond, maybe? Metala? Possibly. I mean, you look at what's going on in Manchester. It's pretty much a dead set. They'll probably try and go for stuff in Wales. Be interesting to see what will be operating with Withenshaw routes from January. I expect that most of them routes will probably be Deckers. Well, at least the 19 and 247, 263 anyway. How do you guys know so much about buses? It sounds like an actual job knowing it all. It's mostly stuff you read online. On like Route 1 or Buses Magazine and a few other places, and just rumours that people get told, or you get told by drivers or whatever, like forums and stuff like that. So I'd say it's all just, the information is out there, it's just you've got to know where to look basically. Okay, I think we'll go across the map to Holyhead with some beans. Let's have some beans. That Renault is so ugly. Nothing wrong with this Renault, Ben. Gets you from A to B. It's quite economical to run. That's pretty much the end of it. It is a truck. Like any other. Why don't you go on the top deck of SimSteve when you're recording? Because you don't hear the engine. Or not as much. Is the answer to your question. I hate buses. I went on a bus a fair few weeks back. And I had to go at somebody vaping on the bus. Ah, I see. And you get spotted trying to chat pure BS like that ginger. Yes, he lives a minute away from me, always on dry. His buses every day. Steve, your latest videos of you on the buses. Why don't you have a conversation with others on the bus? You need to be polite on the bus, Steve. I do not have conversations with other people on the bus unless I know them. I'm not a strange person like that. I'm not like some members of the general public that just chat to everybody in their path. By the way, Steve, if you're interested, our Museum of Transport Metrobus 5083 has gone over to Stagecoach Chesterfield this week to have some work done, it ready for events later in the year. Ah, that sounds good to hear. I would love to see you on the top deck. I do sit on the top deck of buses, just not ones I'm going to record. I spit on your Renault. Shut up, Ben. You've spoke to me on the bus, lol. Well, yeah, that's because you messaged me in Discord asking me if I was on the bus. And then, of course, I had no other option but to say yes. That was a bit different. Not gonna lie, I would get scared if SimSteve was on my bus trying to speak to me. Cheers, Goggle. Oh, it's a bit windy, isn't it? Every OAP getting on the bus when it's windy. Yeah. Oh, and isn't the weather miserable? Oh, and all that you get from OAPs as well. It's like, ugh. I mean, I suppose it's the only way to get a social life by going on the bus, chatting to Mavis and Doris and what have you. I remember that saying from Squirrel years ago, Ben. Now electrics at Oldham aren't too bad, to be honest, see quite quick. I mean, yeah, the fact they're unleashing a BYD on the 184 says they are quite happy with them. Still weird seeing the 184 with Stagecoach. That's weird, that. Same with the 100. So you can now go between Warrington and Huddersfield on Stagecoach buses. That's mad, that. I never knew SimSteve was on the same bus as me. The shine would be too bright. Shut up, Azareth. You get 3 types of OAPs on the bus. The usual chatty ones. The chilled out ones that keep to themselves. And then the misery arses that get angry over everything. Yes, absolutely. And there's probably more of the latter than you probably realise as well at times. So... I would not be scared of you, but I'd give you a Burger King. Nice. Especially when you see a standard E400 on the 100 or one of the QS routes. Yeah. My local boss, if Steve got on it, I would throw a party on the bus for Steve. All the oldies on the bus with simmer frames would be dancing around with Steve. Oh dear. SimSteve, I could pull any girl. Constantly chasing girls down the road, licking his lips now. That's how you pull girls. Laughing my arse off. SimSteve is the Burger King. I've had loads have a go at me when I'm on the driver's bus chatting with them, lol. Yeah, I've had the same before. It's quite funny. They got nothing better to whinge about, and it's like, you know. Like I said, Liverpool 30-40 quid, done deal, easy. Yeah, I'd rather not Google, trust me. Liverpool's not exactly the place that you want to go finding women. Especially around Shield Road. Absolutely not. I saw a young guy shut the window on a bus one day. There was an old lady below it. She used her walking stick to shut it. These two did this for 10 minutes till she got off. Alright, so one kept opening the window, the other one kept closing the window. Yeah, there's a game that quite a lot of us in the bus industry know about when this sort of thing happens. We call it drafts. Dog rough, yes. Bus is not too bad. I get there in the back ticket for £4, I believe. Yeah, well, that'd be 2 singles, or it should be. I'd rather drive though instead of sitting next to crackheads. Best one was a 4S from Chester. Wasn't an OAP, but a drunk lad in his 50s. He tapped me on the shoulder saying, "We can't see because you're in the way." No, you can't see because it's dark, lol. Well, yeah. I once was a taxi driver in GTA roleplay. I drive my taxi with 2 wheels. I'm a pro driver. Sounds like Ethan talk, that. And I said, "Where you're getting off, mate?" And his missus said, "Getting off now, mate." And I said, "Alright, sorry." And he said, "You better be." So I scoffed, and he said, "Scoff at me again and I'll smack you." Oh, nice. Sounds like typical drunk talk. I can still get charged for a children's ticket if I shave. Ben! Shouldn't be doing stuff like that. If you're over 18 or 19, depending on what it is where you are. Sounds like a fun bus ride, Connor. Ah, we got somebody new in the stream called Always Ultra. Big thank you for joining my stream. Sir, I like your accent. Yeah, quite a lot of people like my accent. Karens are the worst. Oh dear. I'm 17, thought you have to pay for an adult's ticket of 16. No, not always. Depends on your location. Sometimes it's 16, sometimes it's 18, sometimes it's 19. Just depends on where you are. And sometimes it's also down to the operator as well. I said go on, do it then. He's moved his arm up and didn't do anything, lol. Yeah, probably because he was too scared. just sneak on and don't pay. Yeah, you can't do that here, to be fair. I mean, you can probably do it in London, but it's about the only place in the UK you can probably do that and get away with it. As long as you don't get caught by a TfL revenue inspector, that is. London had bigger problems, laughing my arse off. Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of the world's biggest cities. Most of them have their own share of problems. London has more than most. Me and the driver I was with were giggling about it all night. Said he had him on the next night too, lol. Oh dear. Easy fake beep sound on your phone. They think you've paid with your phone. Well, yeah. What hair care products do you use? It's a bit of a random question. Depends really. I mean, Head and Shoulders usually, but I also use some caffeine shampoo as well. Have you been on any of the B Network buses yet, Steve? No, I haven't, Andy. The MMC 200's Diamond have got quite good. They've got a different engine or gearbox than the Go Northwest ones, and they're really quick. Probably 6-cylinder, which is probably the better one to have in an E200 MMC all day long. Imagine if me and that drunk guy had a scrap in Saltley, lol. Well, yeah. Could have a scrap starting on one side of the border and end up in the other. SimSteve is a L'Oreal kind of guy, I bet. Absolutely not. Certainly an interesting conversation to come into a stream about. Hair. Shut up, Connor. And Gorgle's had a warning from the Nightbot. Haha. When SimSteve gets a nosebleed, he rams tampons up his nose. I don't get nosebleeds, Ben. I actually can't ever recall ever having a nosebleed, which is interesting. Google's first time in ages being timed out by the Nightbot. Aye. Militant bot. I don't even know what he did to even get timed out. Oh, caps. That was why. Come on, Steve, faster. I've had a nosebleed once because I fell on my face a fair few years ago. Well, that makes sense. I don't think there is one for you, Connor, no. How to make one, lol. I don't even know what I would put for you, Connor, if I did. Even meeple bar. Yeah, that's true. I could use one of those. Or beaker. Perhaps I will create one. How was the pool table? Interesting. I won about 9 frames in a row without getting beaten. So, wasn't bad. Certainly better than Friday's performance. You saw someone there? No, I didn't. Sorry, last hair question. Have you ever tried conditioner? If so, which brand can you recommend? No, I don't use conditioner. So I can't recommend any brands. Although I do question about the interesting topic that's been raised in tonight's stream by a new person, but there we go. Sounds very Towns-esque, to be honest. You know exactly what you were doing just because he is balding. How much fuel have I got left? Only, ooh, very little. Better get some then. I would say the same, Ben, to be honest. Sounds very Towns-esque. Let's get some fuel from British Petroleum. Yep, I first thought the first message was Towns. If it was Towns, that would be messed up. I reckon it probably is. No, Connor. I don't have anything to do with Towns anymore. Literally, I've cut everything out. Literally everything. Blog site and everything. The blog site I used to run with him, I've took myself off it. For any Facebook groups I was an admin in, I took myself off those. Pretty much anything that's associated with him. Facebook, X, anything that was had him as a friend on Steam, things like that. Got rid of. Kind of man for me, either dough or beer. Or dole, should I say. Wow, ban evading clap for Terrence, guys. He's the troll now. Fair enough. What about the lads in the GC? No issues there. I mean, yeah, I do need to get over. Yeah, no issues with Global Cargo at all. And to be honest, there's nothing they could have really done. I mean, realistically speaking, obviously they contacted me there, and obviously I had to put my view across about what happened, so. And also the other GC, i.e. the group chat, no issues in there. Terence is obviously still in there, but I just don't chat with him. Yeah, there's no issues at all with the group chat. Everybody's still sort of like communicating as normal. Obviously Brett and Ant and Aaron and Mark, they're not really getting involved in it. I mean, it's not really their place to do so. I mean, they obviously all know what my feelings are against what Terence did, and it sucks to be Terence, but there you go. I'm leaving now. Thanks for your answers regarding your hair. I wish yours was mine. So have a great time and a decent journey. Well, thanks for tuning in. So the account was created in 2010. That's interesting. Doesn't sound very Terence-like that, based off of the account age. So might just be some random person. But keep an eye on it, I think. Beast man. To be fair, it's one of the most polite trolls I've ever met, if it's indeed a troll. Well, yeah, I know. That's the problem. If they're polite, and it's like, there's not really much you can do. I mean, it's one of them really where trolls normally start nice, and then normally they start asking strange questions. So it's a case of monitor what he says. If he indeed ever comes back in any of the streams, of course. So I could always see something in Terence that proves he's a knob. Yeah. I mean, what annoyed me the most about what happened was the fact is that he blatantly knew that was Ethan, because he was with Ben. Why would he be with Ben if it wasn't Ethan? It makes no sense. So he knew that, put all them comments in the chat, and then tried to get away with it by saying to Global Cargo it was a troll. It's like, that's what annoyed me the most. He got caught, and he, as I say, he hasn't got away with it. You know, if he pulls off a stunt like this again, he'll probably end up getting kicked out of Global Cargo. But it's one of them really where he's just got to mind his own business now. Mind what he says to people, and you know, obviously what concerns me more as an ex-friend than the fact that he's also wanted to become either a counsellor or a politician is his attitude to stuff. It's like anyone who doesn't fall inside his remit or in his ideal world of what people should look like and should do, he absolutely hates. And the thing is, if he wants to be a counsellor, he's going to meet loads of different people from all different walks of life. And he's got to be mindful of his language if he ever does get that job. What have I missed here? Steve, do you think I will pass my HGV test? I mean, if you work at it, I don't see any reason why you won't. Weird question. I wouldn't even answer. I would say, why do you need that information? Well, this is true, Google. This is very true. Yes, Ben, then you can deliver Burger Kings by the truckload to Steve. Oh, dear. Yeah, he thinks I'm a troll. Do I look like a troll? I haven't watched his streams for a while. I don't blame you, Andy. He wanted me to get rid of me so he can keep going with his full-time job, aka his YouTube. Literally, I clicked into one of his streams today, but didn't comment anything. Didn't sound very happy, but his fault. Needs to get a life as well. Yeah, I think what's happened has hit him hard. I think it has. Because he's not, in the group chat, he's not reacting to any of my comments at all. So it's like, well, where he used to literally react all the time. If I don't know, put something out of Riker's Beard Facebook page in the group, he used to always react to it with a laughing emoji. He doesn't even do that anymore. So it's like, he's like, I don't know, how can I put it? He's sort of like not wanting to see my comments anymore, if you get what I mean. Or he's choosing not to react to them. So, but it's his problem at the end of the day. I mean, he's had that many warnings, and I was sort of like tucking to one side after streams saying that what he says sometimes isn't acceptable and he should be setting an example as being a moderator. It's just got to a point where things have just got too much and gone too far. So it's one of them. It's his loss. If he has a PC problem, he's going to be in a lot of bother. But not my problem anymore. It upset me when he put me in that situation when I was a mod for you. I was honestly stuck in the middle of things. I did not know what to do. I struggled, not going to lie. Well, the thing is, Ben, I very, very nearly threw it in last year. Threw it in with him last year. But I thought, well, obviously the problem I had at that time is that obviously I was still dealing with obviously the mental health problems that I had. So obviously it was a bit like, it was tricky for me to deal with at that time anyway. But at the time it made more sense for me to just stick at it. But obviously now I'm through that and in a far better place. Not just in general, but in life as well. I obviously made the decision because I could make a more educated one. And this time I basically bit the bullet and just thought, let's not do this anymore. You know. So he's broken. He damn knows he can't play with my feet because I ain't no troll. Then he was a good mod. Terence was just a C word about it. Like all Terence does in this stream is rip into Steve. That's all he does. Well, that's the thing. That also got to a point where I was like, basically it's showing people that it's okay as a moderator or just a normal person to rip into people. Just doesn't set a good image. So it's like, well, even that obviously we're starting to get on my nerves as well, but I needed something a bit more to decide to end it. And obviously with what happened with Ethan was a perfect catalyst. So can't believe he called me a twit. I already read that, didn't I? There's quite a few people that seem to think this relationship he's in won't work, and they're also asking where he keeps getting his money from for various things that he gets, considering he's sort of unemployed. Well, the thing is, Andy, is personally I don't see any reason why he is able well, I say able not to work. I can think of a few reasons as why that he wouldn't get a job. One, he's not really able to work with other people in terms of, you know, as a team player or anything like that. Two, he hasn't got the attitude for work. Because the fact is, he's probably, I don't know, if somebody annoys him, he'd probably call him a baldy and this, that and the other in the workplace. That wouldn't go down too well. But, to be honest, he just hasn't got the drive to do it. And, personally, I think he uses his health problems as an excuse to not work. I mean, I know a lot of people out there that have autism and ADHD and all other things and do manage to do quite well in life. I mean, there's no reason at all why he couldn't land a job in like Tesco's or Iceland or any retail environment. Literally no reason whatsoever. Because the thing is, when it comes to the crunch and everything does get to a point where, I don't know, his dad passes on, which, God forbid, I hope it isn't anytime soon. Because, you know, irrespective of what's happened, it's not nice for anybody to go through. But he's going to struggle massively. Because he's not going to get the full selling price of the house. He's only going to get 33%. Assuming that's what his dad is still put in his will, or if he's got a will. Whatever the circumstances are with that. He's only going to get a third. So, if that house is only worth 90,000, he's only going to get 30 and a little bit more, so he's going to have a decent deposit for a flat, maybe a purchase or a rental property, but after that, what's he going to do for money? His sole purpose is to rely, just going to take the headphones off for a minute because my ears feel like they're going to blow up due to heat, but his sole reliance is on YouTube, and to me, it's not good that he's reliant on that. Because if anything happens and he can't afford to live on his own, YouTube is not going to be the be-all that it's going to be if he wants to live comfortably. So, really? What are you two doing? Bold driving. Right, what have I missed? I've missed a few comments actually. I might have to scroll up the chat. I do feel bad for Ethan a bit. He has really bad learning difficulties. I was the same myself when I was younger. Yeah, I mean, I do feel sorry for Ethan myself. I mean, it's one of those really where he can't help himself being the way he is. Damn it. And ultimately, that's where I think a lot of it is where he struggles. Because obviously he's getting people probably not just in online that pick on him, but he might probably get picked on in school as well. Don't obviously know whether he does or not. It's just an assumption. But, you know, so it's not exactly easy for the kid. Obviously, he's now getting to that point where, you know, he's soon going to be going to high school and stuff like that. And there is quite a few barriers that he's got to try and break down before he gets into high school. Otherwise, he'll get picked on even more. So it's like, it's difficult, really. But there's nothing any of us can do. Meanwhile, my charging wire just decided to fall out. Let's see. Staying there forever in the same place. Well, that ain't going to happen. I'm doing well for myself now as an autistic person today. I'm far better mentally than I was last year. Remember the days I kept asking advice on how to sort myself out. I know I was thinking this. I was thinking I wonder how things are going. Because I haven't actually asked you for ages. But it sounds like you've turned a corner. Are you planning to, like, go, I don't know, back to school or to go to college or something in the near future? Or do you have any idea what your plans are? Have I gone in the right way here? Yeah, I have. Doing well for myself at 17, but like everyone, sometimes struggle mentally at what it is, you know. Well, this is the thing. Obviously, a lot of people struggle with it. And obviously it's been more apparent since the pandemic for various different reasons. Obviously, my issue was not related to the pandemic in any way, shape or form. But, you know, say my issue was probably far worse than anything to do with the pandemic, unless of course you've lost family as a result of COVID, in which case fair enough. But you know, it's one of them. I know that there's different levels of obviously mental problems, and some people say that feel that some problems are worse than others, but it's one of them really where it all depends on what it is, the specifics of it. Wrecked by an AI truck that forced his way in front of the other AI truck. I don't know, I really did a collision there, but I did. What times did Ethan admitted he was scared to go outside? Well, yeah. Just go to a special school and won't be going to high school, I don't think, it's his current school he's at also has a high school attached. Ah, I see. So maybe the bullying issues aren't as bad then. I mean, they probably still happen. Not going back to school, but going to college in September. Might get a part-time job aside, just started up a new gym membership too. Are you planning to go D-side? As a bully, and had a few kids that do bully him from time to time, from what I can gather. Does seem to be fixated on his cat at the moment, gets upset even when she goes and gets a drink. That's a bit of a problem then. Right, Holyhead. Let's see what we're going to get from here. Well, I'm not going back to Norwich, that's a start. I'll go to Edinburgh. Some chocolate. Or something to eat. Yeah. Something that broke my heart was when Ethan told me the story when he found his cat that broke my heart reading it. What do you mean by that? Sounds a bit morbid. By the way, what's with that cat farting so much? Do cats fart a lot, or is that cat special? Oops. To be honest, I don't think there's any truth in it. Where is this place? Have I been an idiot and drove out the yard when I shouldn't have done? I bet I have, haven't I? I bet I'm a freaking fool. No, it's in Polaris, right? Okay, that's in the dock. The roads just confused me because it just ended, like, instead of driving into the actual dock area. Navigation doesn't know where you're going after this point. So, right. Hello and welcome to this British transport stream, lol. Aye. He found his cat abandoned in a ditch with 5 other cats and they were all dead, but Bella, so it's the fastest explanation. Oh, okay. I don't know. Can't say I've had plenty of experience with cats when it comes to flatulence, shall we say. Now dogs on the other hand, yeah, they can be bad. So anyway, I think it's time to move on from the flatulence topic, not gonna lie. It's rather boring to say the least. I was going to go D-side to do a motor vehicles course, but the one I'm doing I believe is in a Wrexham college, so I might be getting a coach from D-side, unsure though. Ah, so you're planning to attend to Yale College, are you? Ah. Well, whatever it is you decide to do, Connor, I hope it works out for the best. I have a cat called Jules. Does he have a middle name of Holland? Yeah, stop with the gases, because my cat is looking at me with a sleepy face. What are you doing, bud? I'd love a trip around Wales, but this 20-mile-an-hour thing just puts me off. Yeah, I mean, it's not that great. It's not great at all. I mean, they might be getting rid of it before long. Might be binning it off. Best thing about my job is throwing spanners across the workshop and shouting verbal abuse at them. So you throw spanners across the workshop and then shout abuse at them. Are you expecting them to respond back to you, Ben? Right, let's rejoin the North Wales Expressway. It's when you go and get a 17mm spanner for a 17mm bolt and then it doesn't fit. That's when an adjustable spanner's your friend. One thing I do hate about this bridge in real life is the fact it is only one lane on both sides. I'm feeling fresh as a person now, sorting myself out, and as you've seen, Steve, a new haircut. Yeah. Also, dropping the socket set fills me with rage. I'd like to be on the a fly on the wall in Ben's workshop, it'd be funny. Ah, yes, the Clanfair Feckin roundabout. He'd probably kill you if he sees a fly, lol. Probably. Can't lie, I look foreign with that buzz cut, lol. Yeah, I'd say you probably do look a bit foreign with that haircut, to be fair. Ben, you should get a magnet, then you will have everything with you. I would be a small insect, he would not suspect a thing. What country would you say, lol? I don't really know, to be honest. Probably like Turkey or somewhere. I would swear to God, if SimSteve was a fly and was flying around me all day, I would chase it with a hammer. Cheers, Ben. What if I was a bumblebee? Or a wasp? What would you do then? Magnet means all tools on you, and you won't have to look for any. That's a fair point. A fly on the wall documentary. I would be a spider, then I can wrap him full of spider's web. Fair enough. I would leave the bee but kill the wasp. Fair enough. Or I'd grab the welder and chase you. I wouldn't do anything with a wasp. I don't react to them. No, I don't. They don't bother me either. Really do not bother me. Spiders, wasps, bees, don't bother me at all. Be a snake, Steve. Then you can do the chasing, lol. All insects, I use a lawnmower. The way I look at it when it comes to like insects and bees and what have you, is that if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. So I don't really think there's any other explanation you could use for it, really. I had one sit in my eyebrow. I just casually was chilling, lol. Welding makes me angry. I hate it. Well, if you want to be a mechanic, Ben, welding is part of your life. When welding goes wrong, I find my tools out of the box and shout to somebody else to do it. That's it, you AI truck. Piss off to Wrexham. Ah, dear. Now instead you moved over. So piss off to Chester then. Not ants, they come into your house for sugar. Well, yeah, that's true. They'll come into your house for anything. It also works like this. If you leave Steve alone, he'll leave you alone. I hate killing spiders and flies. Usually catch them and move them out the house. I'm going to check RTT, see what train I have from Shotton at 7:30. That's assuming it's on there yet. It probably will be. Best thing is make cups of tea for everyone. It's simple, but some decide it to be complicated. It's on there. 158826. Need to tick that one off, so I'm very happy boy. Beast. Enjoy your sprinter. To the land of Bang. Typical. Do you think science bringing back extinct animals? Well, there's been talk recently, hasn't there, that they're on about bringing back the woolly mammoth and implanting its genes into, obviously, an elephant. And what have you. And then bringing back a mammoth that way. To be honest, I mean, why not? You know, I mean, I don't really think there'd be anything wrong in doing that. It's just a question about what happens when they bring them out into captivity and stuff, you know. What are they going to do? Where are they going to keep them? That sort of thing. And the thing is, how are they going to keep them alive, considering they were destined, obviously, for extinction after the Ice Age? So how are they going to keep them alive? Are they going to take them to, like, Antarctica or the Arctic? I don't know. I mean, loads of questions I guess nobody can answer, at least at the moment. But fascinating is what I would say it is. Interesting one this weekend is no cross-country tour from Manchester due to engineering works between Stafford and Wolverhampton. Ah. So that means a lot of Avanti services are going to be quite busy then. And probably northern services to Stoke as well. Thank you. 4158. This one I've already done is 824, 29 and 40. Bringing back animals. Remember Ethan saying about Steve being a dinosaur? Well, yeah, he would say that because he thought I was 2,000 years old. Going by how movies are becoming real life, AI, etc. It won't be long now until we see some dinosaurs roaming about, lol. Well, I mean, they could bring dinosaurs back. But obviously, the problem they have with that is, if they bring back the carnivore dinosaurs, us as a human race will probably disappear reasonably quickly. But if they bring back herbivores, it probably wouldn't be a problem. Because they just eat the trees. So, and any vegetation. So, don't know. Ah, they turn off from Morecambe and Lancaster, which goes to Evesham. Of course it does. Over to the Isle of Man. So that's been reworked since I was last down there. I don't mind inspections though, because they are so easy. Literally go around and tap nuts and bolts with a hammer, check lights and steering. Yeah, that's easy enough. With all dinosaurs in Ethan's eyes, though. Well, yeah, of course we are. That and space. Nah, the herbivores will eat the vegans. Oh dear. I don't know, I think it's a fascinating prospect. It's just a question of whether it's realistic and it can be done. And the only way to find out is try it. But you know, there is going to be things out there they'll never be able to return. You know, they're not going to bring something back that's going to kill the human population. So, right, I think I'm going to top up of beverage after this job and do another one. Bring back the dodo. I mean, that's possible, to be fair. You never know. Come on, Renault, get up this hill. Bring back the Olympians in service. That's never going to happen. Sorry, Connor. Oops. How did I not hit that car then? Dodo matched Steve's genetics. Let me explain. Dodos are bald. They can't fly. Shut up, Homer. Wow, sad Connor now. Bring back dead people. Well, that might be possible one day. Say, look at the people that have decided to freeze their bodies. They're hoping eventually they'll be able to come back to life. Dodo looks like a scary bird, but I would not mind it. Yeah, you never know what they could do with cryptogenics. You never know, one of these days people might be able to return back from the dead. As long as their body was preserved, of course. Let's club together and buy Steve a parrot. Imagine if I had a parrot sat on my shoulder during my stream. That'd be quite funny, to be fair. I could probably teach it to read the screen so I don't have to read back all the comments. I'm just lucky being the age I am that when I was younger health and safety wasn't what it is now and the vehicle types I was able to travel on. Well, this is the thing, I mean, obviously in Andy's heyday you had a hell of a lot of decent old buses that would never get built these days. That's scary, bringing back people. You know, they stink, right? Well, the thing is, you wouldn't be able to bring back somebody from the dead who had been cremated or had obviously rotted in the ground. So the only people you could bring back are people who have had their bodies frozen. So if their body's been frozen, they're not going to stink, are they? Because they're dead. And if they've been frozen, the body isn't going to produce sweat or a smell of any description. So, you know, that's the only way you're going to bring people back from the dead. Or they do what they do in Futurama. And if anyone who's watched Futurama will know exactly what I mean. Shut up, Connor. I wonder how long it'll take guys in this chat to teach the parrot to say bold all the time. Probably not long, Azareth. I'll probably be fuming at that. Let them rest. Put it this way, if you watch trains in India, now people travel on them. Well, that's how I used to travel on buses in the summer. If I was a driver, I knew. Because we'd have the doors open and I'd be stood on the platform. Yeah. Go round a corner and then be careful not to go flying out the bus. Here's one for you, Steve. Would you freeze yourself now indefinitely in the hope that you can become immortal at a later unknown date? No, not at this young age. No, absolutely not. I think if I was wanting to do it, I'd probably want to at least be in my 60s. Or even considered that as an option. Don't know what time I should leave Bangor, either 8 or 9 o'clock. Well, that would be a decision for you to make, Connor. Although if you stay in Bangor any time after like 5:30, there's nothing to do. So, because everything's closed. So... You're right, Steve. Science trying to bring back dead humans. Yes, they are. It's been talked about for quite a number of years now. Bye, Steve. We'll see you in years to come. Your streams will be missed, lol. Might just ride Auroras afterwards, lol. What you could do is just get a single to Bangor and then, I don't know, a single back from like Llandudno Junction or something. Do it that way. Whenever I do a North Wales day, sometimes I'll get a single to like Prestatyn and then get a single back from like Llandudno Junction to like Chester. I don't tend to start do a return. Not normally, anyway. There's a solo on the 13 at like 7 o'clock from Llandudno to Prestatyn, not tempt you, Connor. An hour and a half on a solo. Ugh. We'll see what happens, mate. Oh no, says Gorgle. Oh dear, I don't like the sound of that. Rip Steve. Steve, don't you worry, all of us will be at your funeral. I don't have any intentions to leave this planet anytime soon. What if they revived the dudes from World War II? Well, he won't. Cryptogenics wasn't a thing back then, Gorgle. So they won't revive him. He's either buried in the ground or been cremated. Or blown up. More likely to be the latter, I dare say. Riva driver's funeral be like funeral host. Anything any of you's got to say? Depot manager, we really need you in. We're short staffed. Oh dear. Why does that not surprise me? Thatcher lol. What about if you die in 1920? Can you still be revived? Well, probably not, no. The only people that have got a chance of being revived are people who have literally had their body frozen. But even that's not a guaranteed science. Nobody actually knows whether it would work or not. It's only a theory. But if you've been cremated, there's no chance, obviously, because you're dead and been burnt. If you've been buried in the ground, well, there's no chance either. So, particularly if you've been there for at least, I don't know, 10 years, they've got no chance, because your body would have decomposed. So, no chance anybody who's, I don't know, anyone who died about within probably the last, I don't know, 20 years or longer has got no chance of being revived. As I say, it's only been a recent thing, cryptogenics. So it costs an absolute fortune as well to get it done, and there's no guarantee it'll work. So you might pay all that money out before you die, or, you know, or just decide to go in there randomly on your own. And there's no guarantee it'll work. So, what happens after 10 years being buried and 100, 120? Well, obviously after so long, after you've been buried, your body starts to decompose. And then after so many years, your body's fully decomposed. So it all depends on the ground that you're buried in. things like that. You know, there's no exact timescale to say how quickly your body does decompose, I don't think. It all depends on the environment you're in. What a morbid conversation this had turned to be. Oh dear. Anyway, we've reached the land of Edinburgh. Boss spotters would get buried in a scrapyard, lol. It's interesting, not bold. And then you get born again as a dog or something, lol. Well, it's interesting you say that, because there is quite a few different, you know, people out there, Chinese and a few other people that do believe in reincarnation. I personally don't think it's true. I think you have one life and one life only. I don't believe in all that, because it's like, well, for one, how can it be proven? It never will be proven. Because the fact is that, you know, it's like, well, chances are if you did come back as something other than a human, you're going to come back as an animal. Animals don't talk. So, there's one theory. I don't believe in it. It's like, well, it can't be proven anyway. I think it's all just myth. What people believe in and what they choose not to believe in. How did we get on to about dead people? I don't know, to be honest. I've forgotten how we managed to get onto that conversation. It's been going on for so long. Now, when animals are more risky, well, this is it. Short life depends on which animal. Well, yeah, of course. If you're a tortoise or an elephant or something like that, you're going to live a long time. If you're a butterfly, you don't even live a year most of the time. Are we there yet? Yes, we've there. We've finished the job. Right, we'll be back in a few moments. I have bad news. You're all back with me. Right, what did I miss here? Ants are not lucky in my garden. No, you just killed them. I believe in reincarnation. That bloody fly keeps coming back every year, lol. Well, yeah, they do. But they're pests, so that's just what they are. Dover. Yeah, let's go to Dover. Why not? It's the only job that stays in the UK. So I guess that'll have to do. However, saying that, what about a cargo job? Actually, I get my own trailer. Let's have a look at those. Yeah, trailers. I'll do. No, I want to relocate it, don't I? To Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Let's see what we've got. The interval grab, whatever you can find in La Fridge. La Fridge. That'll do. Ice cream to Belfast. That'll do nicely. First of all, I need to go pick up my trailer. There's the garage here. There, I think. I think it's there anyway. Guess who's back? Ben is back. Don't know, Ben, that could be Eminem or the Terminator. Just made a cup of tea. Is it bad that I'm on my 6th cup of tea today? Yes, that's very bad. Sound like my mother. She drinks that many cups of tea in a day. Bend over. Oh, God. Okay, last question about this weird conversation. When you die, it's quiet for the rest of your life, right? You sleep forever, lol. No farming jobs tonight. I wasn't planning to, no. Oh no, that's the frickin' MAN garage. For goodness sake, that's the frickin'... Oh, I'm a frickin' idiot. Literally, it's there, isn't it? For God's sake. I'm a tit. It's there. To be fair, I've had more tea than that in a day. I don't drink tea at all, can't stand it. Gonna go anyway. No, I just fancied a drive around the UK today. Maybe Ireland, depending if I get there after Belfast. Right, there's where I should have gone in the first place. I should have done a loop. Leave this country, you mug. Now I'm the other way. I love tea, but can't stand coffee. I'm proper British. Steve doesn't drink tea. He can't be British then, surely. Belfast is Ireland. Well, yeah, it's Northern Ireland. Still part of the UK. Well, British Isles. It's Northern Ireland, isn't it? It's still part of the Britain. Although how much longer that'll happen will remain to be seen. Sorry, Bryish, you don't pronounce a T, that's proper like. Right, let's go and pick this job up. Think if you're fueling your own garage, the fuel should be 3 lol. I think it should be as well, but you should pay a set amount. I don't know, maybe every 7 days to provide fuel to your garages, rather than having to pay on the actual pump. That's what I think should happen, but there you go. Alright, what's the crack on the A75? How's the Scandia R580 holding up? Is she still doing good? Just had a pint of Guinness with my Lucky Charms. What is Ben going on about now? I don't think I want to know. Sounds like he's been drinking. No, it's Irish accent. No, what's Kraza been doing? Spamming something. Spamming words, by the sounds of it. What? I'm an idiot. That is not the E button. There's the E button. Honestly, that's a conversation the Irish cowboys have talking to each other. I've heard it all at truck stops. Yeah. Well. Of course we carry the world, Goggle. Bit of an interest in the emoji there from Kraza, the flame emoji. I think I gained a subscriber in this stream as well. I'm sure I was on 373 before. Big thank you to whoever has subscribed. Do you use BT services? As in internet, yes. No, it's not Stevie though. He carries PP because he is fat but needs beacons on and an escort. Ben, that's so rude. Global Cargo Carry the World sounds very sus, as it sounds like you carry people in your trucks. Or in your trailers. Oh yeah, it does tell you to get over for obvious reasons. The only problem with the cruise control, it's very sensitive. Do you have 900 megabits per second, or is it 1 gigabit? It's only 900. I can get 1.2 gigabit here now, but it's overkill, really. 900's overkill, but really, but what's your favourite part of the UK? Not Liverpool. Grimsby? No. It's very grim in Grimsby, so no, absolutely not. To be honest, I'd probably have to say Cumbria, just because of how nice it is up there. Currently on a mission, hunting for Stefan for some birthday cake, but Stevie ate it all. But he could not have done it without PP's help, you know. Grimsby's one of my favourite places because Guy Martin's from there. Joke. Yeah. Shoot. I honestly do not know who would like Grimsby. Ow, that was painful. Regarding BT, we're on the new digital network now with BT and phone lines connected to the internet. Yeah, it's all part of digital voice. So basically, your landline is now basically ran through the broadband connection, i.e. your fibre connection, rather than on a copper wire. That was very bold of me, that crash, I'm not going to lie. That was looking at the chat at the wrong time, that one. What about France and Italy? I've never been to Italy, so can't really comment that. France. There's a few nice areas of France. Paris is nice. I mean, reasonably nice. Will your services be by EE at some point? They should be, yes, Kraza, because everybody who's on BT, who lives in a household, should be getting transferred to EE at some point in time. When that will be, I don't think there's any confirmed date yet. Ironic thing is my phone is through EE. Yeah, I'm with BT Mobile, so that'll go through to EE eventually as well. Really, Ben? Really? I use Vodafone, but I have BT. Vodafone's shit. I'm not gonna lie. Vodafone is so bad. Awful. I was with Vodafone, I don't know, must have been about 10 years ago. And I had nothing but problems with them. I've always been with EE ever since it was known as Orange. Yeah. Well, I've been with 3. I've been with Vodafone. Both of them I was probably with them for like 12 months. And got rid of them both because it was terrible. And then since then I've been with either EE or BT. So, both Kraza. Awful. I know they're advertising at the moment EE, sorry, Vodafone, because they're cheaper than BT for broadband. Yes, they are. But they're not very good. So, and it'll probably get even worse once the Vodafone and 3 merger's gone through. So, man, the Wi-Fi from Vodafone's crap. I used to have it, only lasted about a week long. Yeah, it's awful, absolutely awful. And I think I find that as well is people that I know that aren't on EE or BT Mobile and are on like O2 or Vodafone or 3, majority of locations they can't get a signal. Yeah, if you go into like the countryside, they haven't got a signal, and here's me just rocking along with like full signal, pretty much everywhere. So. I know you tend to pay more for like EE and BT, but the thing is, to me, it might cost more, but if you're getting a good service, you're going to pay for it. You know. Where a lot of people don't think of the bigger picture, they'll just say, oh, they're going to save money. But then if the service is no good, it's pointless saving money. So, what happened to Ben? I don't know. Probably got timed out for his naughty comment. think that's what it was anyway. Yeah. Called me a bellend. So I assume somebody timed him out. Probably Homer. He went to Dover. Yep. Looks like Homer's just let on that he timed him out. I mean, it's his own fault, really. I mean, what does he expect? He's got a lot to learn. Nice, let's head our way to Stranraer. Oh, and of course we're going to be passing Red's favourite place, Dumfries, as he calls it. Of course the red command got used. Come on, Steve, faster. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I don't hear anything from Red these days. Nothing at all. Or Heavy, for that matter. He's disappeared into thin air again as well. Been armsy too recently. Yeah, I have noticed he has been. But not been active in the chat, not been DMing me like he used to do, or anything like that, or even wanted to go into a drive on ETS2 or anything. So, don't know. I just... what? Eternity's also gone. Yeah, well, I think Eternity's had been doing some sort of college work, and I think he's wanted to get out a bit more in life, so I think he's sort of like decided to step back from YouTube and do other things. Just spilt my cup of tea. Oh dear. Haha. That sounds like a you problem, Ben. I can actually do 110 now. I'm not getting stuck behind traffic at the moment. I was also thinking Stan has gone as well. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to Stan. I know he was moderating on TMP for a little while, but I believe he's gave up his role doing that. I think, to be honest, I think life's got him doing other things. I'm not too sure if Stan's got children or not. Not sure, but something's took him away from TMP and the trucking industry. Don't think he's a member of any VTCs anymore or anything like that, so... I'll always be around no matter what. Stan had a job, which meant he had less time, apparently. Yeah, that makes sense. I knew there was something that changed. Just to annoy SimSteve, of course. I'll always find time to drop SimSteve a PM to annoy him as usual. Yeah. Should find a way to close my DMs to Ben. Stan was a community manager, if I'm right. Yeah, he was. You better not, or I'll be sad. I'm tempted to open a poll in the chat, asking you guys whether I should close my DMs to Ben. If you're not moving dirt, you can't make a squirt. That's a very random comment. Oh, it's on now. It's on now, Ben. It's taking a leaf out of Red's book. Ooh, big mistake. What about a strap-on? No, I don't need one of them. Red is still on your Discord, isn't he? He is indeed, Andy. You said strap-on. Now Ben's strap-on now. Very sus comment, Ben. Trip over on the ferry and we'll soon be in Belfast. Hopefully he'll take a job to somewhere in Southern Ireland. I will come to your house at 3 AM and fill your ears with olive oil. Will you, Ben? I'd like to see you get into my house. It's like Fort Knox here. No chance. Nobody saw that.
I think Ethan's house is like Fort Knox, lol.
Well, yeah, I would imagine it probably is. I'll huff and puff and blow your house down. Yeah. That ain't gonna happen, it's made out of bricks. You ever been to Ireland? I've never been, no. Never been to Ireland. It is somewhere I do want to go at some point. Dublin, especially. Trust me, Steve, don't play games with me as I win. I've been to Ireland. Well, yeah, I can imagine you have. I mean... but there's some nice places on Ireland. Yeah. I imagine the west coast of Ireland's probably quite nice. Mostly rural. Yeah, it's definitely somewhere I'd go eventually. We trip on the A75 with my old man in the truck. Obviously you would have took a ferry across. Was it from Holyhead or Heysham or Fishguard? Or even Stranraer? Even parts of Northern Ireland are supposedly not as bad as they used to be. Well, yeah, I mean, Northern Ireland's gone through a heck of a lot of regeneration work, particularly like Belfast and Londonderry. It's gone through a heck of a lot of regeneration. Heysham usually. Makes the most sense. It's probably the most accessible. I do plan to return to the Isle of Man at some point as well. Might not be this year, probably be next year, chances are. Might do Ireland next year as well. Never know, could be this year. It's only April. What's the funniest thing you've ever done in a workplace, Steve? To be honest, I don't think I could really recall any events that I would consider funny in the workplace. I've never been one of those people to show myself up, so I'm not that kind of guy. Never been to the Isle of Man. Well, I've only been there once, but I'd definitely go again. If I was going to go this time, I'd probably go for like a weekend, a long weekend, rather than just like a couple of days. There is some parts of the island I didn't manage to go and see. The funniest thing I've ever done is screw my colleague's lunchbox to a workbench. And I can imagine you probably got hit after doing that, did you? And if you didn't, you probably deserved it. I guess some jobs are very formal and some are meant to have a bit of mess around. It's how it is. Well, it depends what you do. I mean, you know, there's professionality in all levels of work. Now he found it funny. Curse you, lights. Oh yeah, I forget there's a new castle in Northern Ireland. Thank you, Brett. Speaking of Brett, he's not been in tonight's stream, at least to my knowledge. Any boss videos coming tomorrow or today? There is one for tomorrow. Have I just drove past the yard entrance? I have, haven't I? I'm an idiot. And I am an idiot. Bugger. Ah. How far is this going to divert me? You know what? Can I? I'm going to do something I completely frown upon. Completely frown upon. I'm not driving all the way around there. Am I, bugger? So, I'm going to do this. Now I should be on the right side of the road again. Ah, you plank, calm as a bitch. Yeah, it is. Do completely something I do not approve of. Anything to get to Tesco's a little bit quicker. Do what I do, and if you do that, stick hazards on while you do it. Less chance of being crashed into. Yeah. What is that thing? Oh, fighter jet, beast. Careful with the swearing. Swearing isn't actually a problem, despite what people think. It all depends on what your channel's for. Because it's not made for kids, it's not a problem. Obviously, you've got to be careful what you say and stuff, but you know. You're expected to sit in a cold driver's room for 7 hours while they refuse to unload you because they have better things to do. Sounds about right for Tesco's. Right. Probably do one final job to somewhere. I wasn't planning to go to Kirkwall, to be honest. It's in the cargo market. Holyhead, Port Maddock, Aberystwyth, Galway. That'll do. Go to Galway. Rosenhake. Very fishy. Something fishy about the last job, guys. Yeah. Let's see how this last one goes. Oh, wait, girl, Ed Sheeran. Ben. God, I really sounded like Phil Mitchell when I said Ben then. Hello, Heap. Well, let's get this picked up in Drecatrans. Oops. Yeah, no, that's the wrong one. Let's try that again. Cargo market. Steve, look at Discord, wondering why we removed a thing. Ah, give me a minute. Right, Discord. Ah. Ooh, I would have made some sort of change in the bot. I think I must have selected too many options. Paul being one of them, for whatever reason. Probably slipped a finger and didn't notice it. Committed some going. Do I pass a service station on the way out of here? No, I don't. There it is there. Oh well. Although I do pass one in Lisbon, so let's go there. Alright, I will stop. Stop what? We had it back, yes. Comment was filtered. Well, what's Ben put now? Obviously he's put something that's been picked up by something. I don't know anyone that gets their comments filtered as much as Ben. Ah, yes. I know this roundabout really well, even though I've never been to Northern Ireland. Dealt with a road traffic accident on this roundabout before now. Very amusing. Car came out of there. Straight into sideswiped one of my customers. It's quite funny. Ben! Round and round, around, round, round, around, the roundabouts. Oh yeah, there's plenty of them in Belfast. It's impressive how hard the ProMods team work, indeed. It's just a shame that FCS and ProMods don't collab for the UK and Ireland. Just get them to port ProMods over to the base game. It's so nice. Or add Ireland as a paid DLC. Come off here and get my truck fixed. I do get my comments filtered way too much. Well, maybe that says something about what you type. Ah, yes, there's a McDonald's here. Looks like it's going to absolutely hammer it down. So I'm expecting rain any moment now. Put my wipers on in anticipation it was going to start falling. It hasn't yet. Ha 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 ha. Ben's time for the Big Mac again. I think YouTube is being benophobic to my comments. Sadly, I don't think you'll get anywhere with that one. Sorry. Well, that's a required road ticked off anyway, so... Right, time to head towards Dublin. What do we think of Fishy Sunak? I'd rather keep politics out of YouTube, thank you. Did you know some people were arrested the other day for celebrating a St. George's Day in public? Says a lot about our Prime Minister and beliefs, I think. Yeah, I mean... it's one of those, really, where I don't really like going into politics on a stream. I mean... it's controversial all round, isn't it? By all means, you can DM me about it. Not sure how quickly I'll respond to you tomorrow. Say, politics is one of those topics I don't really like to discuss. Well, it's sort of like an open evening goggle. Doesn't mean it's going to lead to anything. It's just, there's a couple of job opportunities there that I might be possibly looking to go for. Right, welcome to Ireland. The land of potatoes and Guinness. Thing is, we focus on keeping the minority happy and the upset the majority. Yeah, it'd probably be a later start stream, chances are. I'd be surprised if I started on time, but I don't know. I suppose it depends how long I'm there for. Where is it you're going? Location, that is. Only to the college here in the port, so I'm not going far. Well, it doesn't start till 5:30. So I suppose it depends how busy it is. Plus, I'm probably not going to have had food by that point for the evening, so I'll probably have to get something after I've been. So I'm expecting it's probably going to be after 8:30, probably 9 o'clock. If SimSteve cancels stream, I cancel my life. Why would you cancel your life, Ben? Because I cancel a stream, or if I cancel a stream. Evening, Alan. Welcome to the stream. Better be on time, or I will mass ping you. Don't do that, Ben. Also need to get food after the interview. Well, yeah. Stay out of Burger King, you fatty. I have no intention of going to Burger King tomorrow. What I might do while I'm out tomorrow before the open evening is have a large lunch. Ben, you mass ping and you see what happens. I agree. I will time out his arse if he does that. Well, look who piped up. Did I miss my junction? 4. Eh? What the? Ooh, I see. Yeah, because the marker's still there. It didn't disappear. That was weird. Yeah, Steve, why don't you have a massive lunch like a pizza? I don't know. I know I'll be going out tomorrow before I go to the open event, so I might do. By the way, before you finish, have you seen the new cross-country livery? I haven't. I haven't seen that. What's it look like? You're supposed to speed up, not slow down. I'll be going on foot, Google. Most likely. I won't be taking the bus to there. It's only literally like 10 minutes walk from here. Well, 15. Bike it? Nah, I won't bike it, not to there, it's too short distance. And I don't know if they've got any bike storage at the college. Where the open event is. They probably have, but I don't know where it is, so I won't bother. One shall just walk. One forgot to check their mirror and decided to demolish whatever was behind me. Oh well. Bold driving. How long left of the job? 10 minutes. 250 odd kilometres. 252 kilometres. Jog or run, like Ben said, no burgers. I won't be having a burger. Well, not Burger King anyway. Yeah, SimSteve, you need to lose weight. You cause earthquakes when walking. How rude. How very rude. Hey, yeah, this will be the last job. Oh, who put this toll plaza here? Yeah, Ben, get out. Bang your head against the nearest wall. $7 on that toll plaza, not bad. No. It's quite cheap in Ireland, to be fair. Tolls. Ben got a time out again, probably. Hope it doesn't take any of his nonsense. Rubbish. I think I'll give it a bit of a thrash for the last run, since this road's mainly straight. I think I will be off to bed at the end of this stream, as I didn't get a great night's sleep last night. Empty the trash. Ben just got owned by Botty. That's quite funny. Rockabye Ben, lol. Problem with having a bad night's sleep is you have to sort of chase that time you miss sleep on otherwise you'll be tired. Well, you never make it back. That's the problem, Ben. People say that, you know, if you have a bad night's sleep that you should rest more. Well, you shouldn't. Because the thing is, it doesn't work. So... must admit, it's not something I ever struggle with, thankfully. As soon as my head hits that pillow, I'm gone. Don't have a problem. So, one thing I never struggled with. Get lost, Homer. Oh dear, Ben's not having much fun tonight. Try sleeping pills. Well, that's something. Same usually, but sometimes struggle sleeping in warm climates and my room gets pretty warm. It's like winter but starting to get warmer, so I need to get my biggest fan out to keep me cook. I should be cool. Yeah. Don't tend to have a problem in the summer either. You got pulled over by the Garda. That's what it's called in Ireland, Garda. Ring a bell. I'm sure it's Garda. .61 kilometres to go. You've got your foot down on that accelerator, yeah. I don't normally drive this fast, to be honest, but quite like driving quick on this road. Mostly straight, to be fair, so not so much of a problem. Now, I enjoy chasing flies around with a bug zapper. Some stagecoach drivers like the accelerator, hence how I know how quick the electrics can be. Well, there's nothing to them, is there? Literally all it is a battery pack. We're all said and done. So... what are you waiting for? No. Go! Jesus. Good thing is that we've got the V5s now at Oldham. Yeah. I think I was in the wrong lane there, but I'm not sure why people would turn left there, considering there's a filter lane. They're quite a beast, them B5s, to be fair, from what I gather. Mind you, they are anyway. A lot of people don't like B5s, but they don't bother me. Why is the Renault making daft sounds? I have no idea. I can only assume that Renault doesn't have their own, well, driving assistant. Remind you to slow down. That's the only thing I can assume. SimSteve, what do you usually dream about? It's a very personal question. A unique Renault you've got, SimSteve. Just wasn't expecting the B5s to be transferred to Oldham, to be honest. Yeah. Well, with it being franchised now, the operators don't really get to pick what they have, so you might find Stagecoach get a lot of Volvo right stuff in Manchester. You never know. The answer to Ben's question is, well, I guess it depends, really. Quite a lot of room to move around in this yard, so shouldn't have too much difficulty reversing this one. Steve dreams about anything not to do with any of us. I would say so, yes. Would be a good answer to that one. Consumed 169 litres in that job. That's interesting. Well, a big thank you to everyone that's tuned in to tonight's stream as always. If anyone that's new here and you haven't seen any content from me before, if you do want to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, you'll be notified of any future content I upload as well. Coming up tomorrow, guys, I will have another bus video going live, so anyone who does want to see that, you'll find it up on the channel from 7 o'clock. I do plan to be live again tomorrow for a farming simulator stream. Probably at a later start, but it will go ahead. Till then, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone has a good Thursday, and I'll see you all tomorrow evening.